Peace, love, and life, family. It is me back again with another video. I just so y'all know from now on, I think I feel like I say this in front of every video, but this is gonna be the last time like I announce this. I'm just gonna, when I have these thoughts that are on my mind and it's like something that I really need to share, I'm just gonna record off of my phone and just do the thumbnail to make it like look all professional, because I don't like the way it shows up like on my channel like with these videos. But I don't know, because I was striving to keep consistent with like a certain look, and then that was one of the reasons why I didn't want to record on this camera along with the quality. But you know, at this point it's like fuck it, because by the time I get out my camera and like sit down and you know start thinking on stuff, then I start changing, you know, how I'm gonna word certain things, and I just overthink it, and then by that time I talk myself out of it. So you know, it's on my mind, so I'm gonna express it. So as you all know, like I've been taking a social media detox. I started on July 1st and it is almost September 1st, so it's already been 2 months since I have been off of social media: Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter. The only thing that, you know, if you want to consider social media, that I've been on is YouTube. And the reason being, my purpose and intention for getting off social media is because I was doing too much comparing and contrasting to, you know, my successes and my failures, because social media is a platform where you know, a lot of the time we tend to share the good that happens in our lives, and you know, for some people, you know, they just they live in totally different lives, you know, online. You really just don't know like what's going on in people's everyday lives. Like you get to see glimpses, and then you get to control what it is you post and don't post, and you get to, you know, control what it is you share and you don't share in your life. And you know, with my platform, I try to give y'all I strive to give y'all the as transparent, you know, viewpoint of me as possible. You know what I mean? Because I don't want people thinking, oh, your life is perfect, and oh, you don't never mess up, and oh, you know, you got it all together, and you just act like you know, you're never down, or you never go through shit. You go through shit. I go through shit. I just know, you know, when it is I need to share certain things and when it is I don't. Like as I'm going through things, sometimes I don't share them because I'm striving to figure out. But trust and believe, if I learn something valuable from a situation I went through and I feel like it can help somebody else, most definitely, like I'm going to be transparent. Why not? Like I don't have nothing to hide. We all human. We all go through things. We all are striving to figure stuff out. Nobody has it completely figured out. Nobody. Like even ones that are like masters or, you know, whatever, they still have things that they're figuring out. And, you know, they went through a process where they didn't have it figured out. Even if they may have it, you know, figured out now, they didn't at some point. So we all go through these emotions. And, you know, a lot of times we walk around like we numb and we don't have emotions. We're human. Like we all share these things. So, you know, for me, social media, it was just very draining. So I've just taken time from that. Also, because basically the point of me speaking on this video is about comparison. Like my question to you is, who are you in competition with? Who are you in competition with? That's the question of the day, in which I want everybody to think about. Because a lot of the time we tend to unconsciously be in competition with people around us. And when we do that, we tend to take focus off of our own journey and what we have going on, because we're focused on comparing ourselves to somebody else and what we lack. And that can be a very detrimental thing. So for me, getting off of social media, like I was doing that. You know, like I said, I was comparing my successes and my failures. And, you know, it hasn't been the easiest last 3 years for me, financially. And it get hard when you seeing everybody else seem like they're, you know, living their dreams, and you don't get to see that struggle that some, like, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with posting your successes, because by all means, if you done got it out of the mud, if you done struggle, if you happy now, like nobody should make you feel wrong or bad for being able to share what it is you've accomplished. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that like social media should be, you know, banned or whatever, because, you know, it's just not good for my ego. Like that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is it was time for me to take a break from it, because it was causing me more harm than it was good. Because if I really dug down inside, I was feeling inadequate within myself. I was, not at a place where I was truly 100% happy, where, with the things that was going on in my life. So then I would tend to focus on, okay, well, this person done accomplished this, that, and the third. And, then I started reflecting on myself like, okay, well, what have I actually accomplished? And I started looking at my faults versus looking at the little things that I have been implementing in my life in order to get to the places in which I want to go. And so, again, that brings me to my question of, who are you in competition with? Because through this social media fast, I have really stopped comparing myself to other people, and I really, really, really dug deep into myself and my journey. And it's kind of like cleared up that little like bug I had that I was bitten by. I wouldn't say it's envious, because I never knock nobody's success. I want everybody to win. Because especially if you're deserving of doing so, especially if you're deserving of winning, like, win, because we all deserve to. And it's enough out here for us, for everybody, and for everybody to be able to win, and for everybody to be able to be successful. So it's no envy, it's no hate, it's no, oh, I wish, such and such didn't get such and such, and none of that, because my heart is not, my heart has never been set up that way, ever. It's just, I begin to spotlight and create these things in my head, feeling as though, I wasn't spiritual enough, or I wasn't ready enough, or I wasn't at that level yet, or I wasn't equipped with the things that I needed to be able to thrive the way that these other individuals were. And so instead of, part of me would use them as inspiration to be like, okay, I need to do better, because then that's when I would get offline and I try to go on my book and really focus, and then I go back to social media like a zombie, and then start scrolling again and go through this like cycle. And a lot of it, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it right now in this moment, was unconscious. Like, I didn't, in my perspective, like, I didn't really realize I was doing it until I realized I was doing it, because then it began to create anxiety. And I actually have this post. If you go look at my Instagram, it's titled, it's at Dana the Holistic Goddess. And if you go look at my last post, I have this post up, and it has basically like these reasons of why a social media, like, less time on the phone, or less time in the internet realm, how it would benefit you. And one of them was less anxiety. And I can say I have witnessed that. Like, I don't have anxiety anymore. I don't feel myself comparing myself to other people's successes and failure, because what I have realized through this this space I've created, or this disconnect that I've made, is that what is for me is going to be for me. I just have to focus on my foundation and my groundwork. As long as I'm focusing in on that, and I'm cultivating that, and I'm doing what it is that I'm supposed to do, and I'm understanding myself more and where it is I want to go, and what it is I see and envision myself doing, and things of that nature, then I'm going to be okay. Everything that I want is going to happen. It's not going to happen overnight. It may not even happen in 2-3 years. Or it may not even happen in the exact order in which I see. You know what I mean? These things will manifest. Not may. It's gonna manifest. These things will manifest. But it's going to manifest probably, honestly, it always seems to happen a lot better than like I expected in my head. You know what I mean? Like, it's better than the dream that I envisioned like in my head, because it's almost like, you say you was deserving of that, but the forces that are unseen are like, nah, you're much more deserving of that. Like, we know your worth. Like, you know your worth too, but you be kind of like sleeping on yourself just a little bit. We gonna show you. You know what I mean? We gonna bring out what it is that's inside of you that you feel. But because of the things that you've been through, and because of your mental state, you've kind of like downplayed a little bit. So stop comparing yourself to others. I mean, it's okay to use these people as inspiration, and I think I had started beginning to say this, but I used, like, it was part of me that I would look to these people as inspiration, and then there was a part where I would look at these people as, like, they were like manifestations of like my lack, like what I didn't have. And I know it's crazy to say, because it's just like, how could you even compare? But we tend to maybe like do it like unconsciously. Like if you really, really dig down inside and like catch yourself, like as you're thinking thoughts, or like maybe you'll see something and it may trigger, like you might get a bad attitude. Excuse me. You may get like a bad attitude, or you just may be in a funk all of a sudden after seeing something, and you don't even know like why. But if you really reflect, and you be like, why did that upset me? Like, why do I feel the way that I feel? Like something, you know, like I feel some type of way. Why? And it's because it's reflecting something on the inside which you've yet to kind of deal with, or you're not quite aware of fully. So I just want to let y'all know my message today is stop comparing. Like, you are unique in your own way. Everybody has a purpose that they were put here in order to live out. And think about with artists. Like, my boyfriend is into music, and it's something he's very, very passionate about. And most people may not look at music as being a career, but that stuff takes talent. Because trust me, I done tried to rap and put, you know, lyrics together. It's more than just about music. Like when you go into the different layers and the different aspects and the art behind music, it's more than just that. So that is his purpose. Just like if somebody's really good at tap dancing or really good at playing saxophone, and you know they make that a career, that's a passion of theirs. And obviously through passion, what I've learned is passion has healing, you know, within it. And a lot of things that people are passionate about, people tend to attract to it, and they be like, oh my gosh, like, wow, you're really good at it, because it has some sort of healing qualities to it. And so I just want you all to know, like, you all are unique in your own way. Just like I have a passion of helping others, I have a passion of cooking, I have a passion of, you know, teaching, I have a passion of educating, I have a passion of just being passionate, you know what I mean? And, you know, through that, this is my gift, and through it, it is healing. And, you know, if I continue to, you know, compare and down myself and flood myself with these negative thoughts, you know, even if they're subtle, you know, it would only distract me from my purpose. And I just want you to know that you have a purpose, you have a place, you have a mission, and it is up to you to be able to seek, discover, and cultivate it. So with that being said, family, stop comparing. It's okay to, you know, use or be inspired by people. Like when you may see something or see somebody that, you know, you're like, I wish I could do that. Use them as inspiration. And instead of, you know, maybe getting envious about it, because some people may get envious about it. Instead of doing that, just look at them as fuel and be like, you know, I'm going to be similar to that one day. Like, I'm going to be able to live out my dreams just like this person. Or I'm going to be able to run my own business like this person, or be able to accomplish, you know, goals and feel as good as this person. You know what I mean? So with that being said, family, stop comparing. It's okay. Like, we have to be very, very gentle with ourselves. But again, with that being said, I don't know how I was supposed to end this video. I was trying to end this video, but yeah, y'all get the point. It was just on my heart, it was just on my mind, and I just came to share. Yeah, so peace, love, and light, family, and I'll see y'all in another video. Peace.